Hey everyone, today I'm going to continue on with recording my song This I Know. And if you watched my last video, then you know I've already got down the map of the song, I've already set up the project to get going, the tempo's in there, the keys in there, so I am ready to go. And today I'm going to show you how I set up microphones to record my acoustic guitar and also what I use to record bass guitar. And that's going to set the foundation of what I need to continue on with this recording. The reason I start with acoustic for myself is I find it a good just melodic and rhythmic instrument for me, where it's going to help just carry that pace of the song, but it's also setting the actual chords that you're going to need. Plus it's one of the more comfortable instruments for myself. If you're a piano player, then this may be where you want to start. You may want to start on piano and lay that down first, because that's going to be just where your comfort is, and it's going to help you to establish that foundation of the song to build everything else on. But for me, it's acoustic guitar, so I'm going to start there. With that, I'll show you that setup first and just a bit of the recording, and then I will jump into bass guitar and show you how I set up for that and a bit of the recording there as well. So let's get going. So here are the microphones that I use to record acoustic guitar right now. On the right I have a Sennheiser MD421, and the left here is a 12 gauge black 212. And this actually has two separate microphone capsules inside it, which pick up together simultaneously. It's an XY pattern microphone, which means it's going to pick up your source in two different spots simultaneously. That's why you have those two red cables coming out of it. And then I've lined them up pretty much parallel with each other, so they should be about the same distance away from the source that is picking up. The 12 gauge, since it's got the two different capsules, is running through both channels of my Millennia, left and right. And then I have the MD421, the Sennheiser, running through my Apollo through one of the preamps in there. Now the guitar is sitting about 6 inches or so away from the microphones. The Sennheiser's pretty much aimed right at the sound hole. And then the 12 gauge is sort of aimed where one capsule is at the sound hole and the other capsule is aiming towards the 12th fret of the guitar. And that's just hopefully balancing out the sound as I pick it up. And there's the side view so you can see the distance and the angle of the mics. Now if we're back into our Logic software, we're going to actually create the tracks for acoustic. So you can see that I've got one track there already. If you go to this portion here, it's actually your input selection, and then I can go and select the Apollo channel 3, because that's where the Sennheiser microphone is running. And then I'm just going to relabel this so I know which channel it is to MD421. Now I got to create 2 more tracks so I can record all 3 at the same time. So I'm going to come in here and just create 2 more tracks. And these 2 are the ones that are running through that Millennia pre. So I'm going to come back over here to my input. I'm going to select this input 6 and, input 5 and input 6 off of the Millennia, because that's where the shotgun mic is plugged in. So this one here I'm going to put shot, and I'm going to put this 12th because it's going to aim towards the 12th fret. And then the second one I will name shot and then put SH for sound hole. Next, I just want to make sure that all my tracks are armed. So I'm going to click this little R button, and now they're all flashing, which means they're all ready to go. When I hit record, they're all going to record at the same time. This button up here with the numbers on it is actually a count in. So I'm going to set that to 2 bars, so it gives me a 2-bar count in before I start recording. So I'll get my headphones on and record some acoustic guitar. So now I just want to balance out the levels of these different microphones for the acoustic guitar. So I found, as I was just muting and listening to each of them individually, that the 2 shotgun sources were actually really nice just together at 0. And I did want to bring down the 421 a little bit because it was just giving me a lot of that low end from the sound hole. So I just pulled that back just a touch to sort of level everything out and keep it really balanced. Now I'm going to add in some bass guitar. So I will create one more track. I'll drag that down to the bottom here. And this one here, this source or the input is going to be through my Apollo channel 1. So I will label this bass. And for bass guitar on this one, I actually don't want to play through the entire song. So I want to actually start at this first instrumental. All the beginning portion I'm just going to leave as acoustic guitar or finger pick through. But the bass is going to go from that first instrumental to the last instrumental and then drop out again for the outro where it'll just be acoustic guitar once again. I also use the Apollo because I wanted to run this plugin. This is the Ampeg SVT plugin through Universal Audio, and I think it works really well for bass. So let's track some bass. Just like before, we're now going to pull the volume of the bass back until it sounds like it's pretty balanced with the acoustic guitar. This is just so we can keep recording other parts. It's rough, it can be changed later, but here's how it sounds now. Acoustic and bass for a few parts of the song. So there it is, acoustic bass guitar done, ready to move on to my next portion of this recording, which is going to be a piano and a bit of other just software sounds that I use to fill this track out. So I will catch you in the next one as we check that out. I hope you've enjoyed this and that you've liked just being part of this recording process with me. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, love you guys.